Good morning, Pre-Algebra. It is another fine day out. I just let my kitty outside and he was happy that it was sunny, so that's good. We're going to do the distance formula today. We're going to learn about the distance formula. Again, I think we've done this before, so hopefully this is something of a review, although it's been a while. The distance formula is what we use when we want to find the distance between any 2 points on the coordinate plane. So I've got a coordinate plane right here, an x-axis and a y-axis. Remember, the x-axis is horizontal and the y-axis is vertical, okay? And I plotted 2 points, -2, 4, so I always count the x first. So to the left 2 here because it's negative, and up 4. And then 1, -5. But that's not to scale at all, but that's fine. So 1, -5, and so I counted to the right 1 on the x-axis and down -5 on the y-axis. If we look at this diagonal line, we can see that we can turn it into a hypotenuse on the coordinate plane. I dropped down a vertical line and I brought across a horizontal line and I made a right triangle, okay? Now, the distance between any 2 points on a number line is if we subtract them from each other. Now, we might get a negative number, so really it's the absolute value of that subtraction. So if I say that up here, all the way up here at 4 is 4, and down here is -5, and I look at 4 minus -5, then I get 9. And indeed, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 5 more going down is a distance of 9. So this leg is 9. And this leg down here is going to be from -2 to 1, which of course if I start counting is 3, right? So -2 minus 1 would be -3, but we know that this is a distance of 3. And 9 squared, the Pythagorean theorem tells me that 9 squared plus 3 squared is going to, we'll call this D over here, capital D, is going to be D squared, okay? So we have a formula, and the formula is at the top of the worksheet that I've given you today. In the box along the top, there's an instructional box. It says D equals, and it gives you this formula. D equals the square root of the difference of the x's, so x minus x, of 1 point squared, plus y minus y, which is the other point squared. So we're going to do the difference of the x's squared. This is why it does not matter that we use absolute value, because we square it, it becomes positive. So I plugged in these points here. I plugged in -2, 4 and 1, -5 into my formula. So I touch and say, usually I do -2 minus 1, and I wrote that right here, in parentheses squared. And then 4 minus -5, I have right here, 4 minus -5, in parentheses squared. Under it, usually the way I write it is the way I've written it here, okay? Usually I then, right below this set of parentheses, write what it equals in there. I do my PEMDAS, and this is -3 squared, plus, and then I look in here and I look at that this is 4 minus -5, which is 9, so I write 9 squared. And then you can write that out if you want, right? Like you can write out that this is 9 plus 81. I was able to do that in my head pretty quickly. So I just went straight to D equals the square root of 90. Okay? Now, 90, we know because we've worked with simplifying radicals that we can simplify 90. 90 is 9 times 10, which 9 is a perfect square. So I did simplify that radical. D equals 3 root 10. Okay, if you need to review simplifying radicals, then reach out to me and we can do that. And you can go back and look at the lessons from last week. And I also stuck it, I'm actually interested in how far these two are apart. And 3 root 10 tells me nothing. It might tell you something more than it tells me, but it really tells me nothing. So I put it in my calculator, square root of 90. D is approximately 9.5. So if this was inches and I needed to find the distance between 2 points on something, then this is the way that I could do it, okay? So check out that formula. You need to memorize this formula. Memorize it. Like it just will come back. If I say distance formula, this is what appears in your head forever. D equals the square root of x minus x squared plus y minus y squared, okay? For any 2 points on the number line. Okay, I've done some examples. I wrote out a little bit more than this. I wrote out more in this step with the square root. You don't have to do that. You can do as much of this as you want in your head or in a calculator, okay, until you get down to here. But I would like you to write out this original step where you very carefully plug in the points into the formula. Remember, we've practiced plugging in, okay? So I'm asking you to do the evens. It's going to be awesome. You're going to need this formula forever in your math classes, so let's memorize it today, okay? Have a great day. Bye.